is a presentation of the Hello Chicago Network.
Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Yannishatis, and it's time to focus for this Monday, February the 9th. It's our 44th episode. That's why I'm rocking 44 forever. For Anthony Rizzo, it was also announced, today or on Sunday, that he's going to be part of the NBC crew for Major League Baseball, of course, because no Major League Baseball now going to NBC, so no longer going to be in the category of ESPN, which we've all grown up to know and love. So congratulations, Anthony Rizzo. I believe it's Clayton Kershaw. I believe the other one was Joey Votto. So congratulations, boys. And it'll be interesting not to tune into ESPN, even though it's been a snooze fest for a while, but so many great memories from Sunday Night Baseball. We're only a few months away from that. And baseball season officially starts today because the the NFL is in the books. Congratulations to the winner. And we'll talk about that on in the Ryan Focus. Now let's start this thing off with the Blackhawk Focus. Hawks had the 2 games before their Olympic break. By the way, I started watching some of the Olympics. Tough break for Lindsey Vonn. She had a torn ACL. Then she competed. Then she had to get carted off or flown out of there. So best wishes to her. And she tried to gun it out, but watched a little of the snowboarding, something I look like I'd want to do, but not exactly sure I'd be able to do it because, this weekend shows me anything that I'm old. That on Saturday, I was excited to get home to put Drano in my sink to drain the sink. And then on Sunday, I pulled a muscle exercising. So a little sore here on this Monday. So maybe I should just stick to what I'm doing, because even what I'm doing makes me hurt and makes me old. But watched a little of the snowboarding, watched the figure skating. So far the Olympics has been great. And of course, hockey starts this week. The Ryan focuses will be about the update. Looking forward to watching those, and a lot of those going to be on USA, NBC. NBC, a busy month. We were just talking about NBC, about the excitement of they just had the Super Bowl on Sunday, MLB coming, and the Olympics. So a big stretch here for NBC, and then Major League Baseball coming your way in a couple of months. Okay, now that I'm done rambling on about that, now let's get to the Chicago Blackhawks, who finish off the first half of the season. They won against the Sharks on the second of a final of 6-3, and then they were at the Blue Jackets, lost to them twice within the last month. They lost 4-0. But let's go back to that 6-3 game. Overall, you saw Michiev had a goal and 3 assists, so he had 4 points. Donato was one of the biggest games he's had. He had 2 goals, 2 assists, so he had 4 points. Connor Murphy had a goal and an assist, 2 assists by Dickinson. Bedard had a goal. So it's nice to see these guys getting back into it. Bertuzzi had an assist. Teravainen did. Rinzel, he didn't have one, but so, you're seeing you're seeing this team back, and then all of a sudden you get that one win, and then you look at it, and then you're like, oh, well, maybe they're back in, and then they get shut out again by Columbus. So, it's not, I continue to talk about how, and I'm going to continue to talk about it because, we're striving for good after dealing with the Cubs and the Bears run. We're like, give us something. But, with what the Bulls are doing, the Blackhawks are going to be there. The Blackhawks might have to be that team. They're at 53 points. They are only 7 points out. They're 10 points out of a playoff spot, but they're the top spot that's not in. They're 7 points behind the Kings. They're 26-20 or 22-26-9 in the wild card. So I want to go back to the 24-25 results of the Chicago Blackhawks, and I want to see when they got their 22nd win. I don't know if we can. I'm going to try to do this on the run here. So their 22nd win came this past year on what an improvement. Sunday, April 6th, they got their 22nd win. They were 22-45-10, a win over Pittsburgh. Or no, excuse me, a win over Pittsburgh, 22-45-10 on Sunday, April 6th. And it's February 9th, and they got, so obviously big improvements for this Blackhawk team. And I think we're going to continue to see this team start to grow. And definitely over the Bulls, they're probably on the best run. Bulls starting over, whatever the hell they're doing. So it'll be interesting. But a nice job by the Hawks. Probably not a playoff team, but let's continue to see a build. Hopefully this nice little rest, and then you start the second half of the season. Just try to play and make it, and also be a spoiler in there as well. So nice job by the Blackhawks. Already 2 months ahead of schedule. I didn't even realize that. And that kind of motivates and that excites me to watch. And hopefully watching the Olympics as well will excite me to watch more Blackhawk hockey. Because again, it's hard for me to watch hockey when they're struggling, because I didn't get into it. I wasn't a hockey fan growing up. That wasn't on TV. So now getting a chance, I haven't been, and then so I was used to I got introduced to it by the run they made. So hopefully we'll see this team start to continue to play well in the second half of the season. We need something till baseball, because the Bulls, we'll talk about them next. So the Blackhawks win 6-3 over the Sharks, lose 4-0 over to the Blue Jackets, and that's the season. And now they'll return at the end of February, and we'll be talking baseball. I have some filler stuff along the way. We're gonna take a time out here on the Hello Chicago Network. We're gonna have a rewind, and then we're going to show another Ryan Focus, and then we'll talk about the Bulls to close out this Monday show. That's next here on the Hello Chicago Network. Now can you hear me?
Yeah.
See, I did it again. Good Lord.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. I said the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
Oh, you saw right. Okay, saw right there the Ryan Focus, and of course Hello Chicago Rewind once again. When Brandon was on the show on Friday with me, the damn microphone, I don't remember to turn it back on. Thank God he was here. I didn't waste my time. But the last 2 Fridays I've had Audible, and actually I had technology problems before the show today. So I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's this thing, but that's been a good stretch. Hopefully we'll get this we'll get this rolling. But now let's get into the Chicago. By the way, also Fan Focus Live a week from Saturday. Bulls, Pistons. Brandon going to join me. We're going to look back at some of the best moments, and all that stuff. So looking forward to that. Should be exciting. Bulls, Pistons, and hopefully that'll be fun and get to kind of see the future of this Bulls team. They're probably going to get rocked, but we'll have some fun. Saturday night, February 21st. We'll I believe it's a 7 p.m. start. So should be exciting. But now let's talk about the Bulls. Okay, the Bulls 3 games since the last time we did this. They lost to the Bucks. Bucks weren't trying either. Giannis wasn't there. When that was at the point where before the trade deadline, we were like, is Giannis even going to be a Buck? But Bulls haven't been able to beat them this year. 131-115. Then they go to Toronto. First look at this was a depleted team because of this was after the trade deadline. They lose 123-107. That was the night of, and then lose on the 7th to the Nuggets, which was a back and forth game. First time you got to see some of these guys. I saw bits and pieces of the game because again, it's hard for me to watch right now because they're now out of the play-in tournament. Most likely they will stay there unless a lot of compliments. Anthony Simmons. I know Ivy had a bad pass that kind of made it around social media, but I think hopefully we start to see this Bulls team. We'll start to see strides of positivity. I know a lot of people are upset, but That's Chicago fans. They're going to bitch either way. Where they're like, oh, well, why would you let these guys play that look like they're going to be good and then hurt at a draft pick? They already have 24 wins. I don't think they're going to have that great of a draft pick this year, to be honest. So the Bulls do everything backwards, and they're going to continue to do this as well. Like for the Bulls in that game, once again, Bozalis, who I think is probably going to have the most points in every game the rest of the season. And he had 21 in this one, 8 rebounds. Who was second? Second in points was Anthony Simmons, who's the guard. Richards had 15 points. He's going to be the big guy. So, I mean, that's what you're going to have to see. And I mean, we're going to have to get to reintroduce yourself to the Chicago Bulls team. And that's what we're going to do here. Of course, now we'll have one more, and then the All-Star break. Then we'll get locked back into the Bulls at least for another month or two before baseball season comes. Because for you folks that have watched this show, we're going on 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. This is a baseball show. Baseball is my sport. And then all the other sports, I'm into it if they're good. Bears, you heard me talk so much about the Bears this year because they were relevant. I'm going to be 35 years old. I'm sick of watching bad sports, and I'm not going to watch it. I know I have a show. I'll try my best. I'll bullshit my way through it. But I want to see good sports, and I see the Blackhawks going in the right direction. Thought the Bulls were. Now we're all in a rebuild, so we'll see. So I would probably be... I mean, Bears have the most excitement. Hopefully the Cubs will be there as well. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of stuff we get. But the Bulls do lose 131-115 to the Bucks, 123-107 to the Raptors, and 136-120 to the Nuggets. 2 games this week before the All-Star break. Monday they'll be at the Nets, 6:30 on Chicago Sportsnet, and then tonight, and then Wednesday at the Celtics. So look at this. Vooch said, and this is true, I'll say this about Chicago. He said every other city is ruined for me now because of the food in Chicago. Chicago has the best food. You want it, they got it. So Vooch laughing there, but best of luck to him out there in Boston. We'll see him Wednesday night, the final game before the All-Star break. So should be exciting. An All-Star weekend. It's on Valentine's Day, the Saturday night. That gets boring now because the 3-point contest is probably the best because they've ran out of ideas for the dunk contest. So we'll see. And then the All-Star games, 200 to 199, and then all the other stuff. So I've lost my luster with NBA All-Star Weekend, which used to be my favorite. So tough break there, but we'll have other stuff. Friday's show, we're going to recap those 2 games for the Bulls, and then we're going to look at the additions and subtractions for the Cubs and the White Sox. Yeah, we're going to do that on Valentine's Day Eve. So that's coming up on Friday's show, our 45th. This is our 44th episode. Also, I don't think it's next week. One of these days, we're going to have another announcement about what we're doing for our 5-year anniversary, that kind of stuff as well. So everyone have a great week. Weather's getting nicer. Football's now over. So baseball season's beginning. Pitchers and catchers report this week. Everyone have a great week. I'll try to not hurt my back or try to find something more exciting in my life than going home on a Saturday night and putting Drano in my sink. Everyone, that's it for us. Don't forget to like the video if you like what you hear, subscribe, and also comment your thoughts. Hope you had a better Saturday night, exciting end of your Saturday night than I did. And then also don't forget to subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel every Monday and Friday, 3:12 Central. We are focusing on Chicago sports. I'm Ryan Adeshadas from the Hello Chicago Network. We're the focus of Chicago sports.